Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a true Marvel fan, today's video is going to hit you right in the nostalgia. We're diving into 10 Marvel animated series that you probably forgot even existed, but trust me, they're worth remembering. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment telling us which one you remember most, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our Hero Pack content. Marvel Anime, 2010 to 2012. In 2010, Marvel partnered with Japanese studio Madhouse to create 4 anime-style series, each with 12 episodes. These shows aired in Japan between 2011 and 2012 and featured Iron Man, X-Men, Blade, and Wolverine in brand new stories set in Japan. The animation style was a big shift from what fans were used to, blending Marvel heroes with anime flair. Iron Man fought the Zodiac, the X-Men battled the U-Men and Hellfire Club, Blade hunted vampires, and Wolverine faced off against Shingen. Marvel also released 2 anime movies, one starring Iron Man and the other with Black Widow and the Punisher. Despite the effort, many fans today barely remember this unique chapter. Pride of the X-Men, 1989. Pride of the X-Men was a unique case where a single pilot episode led to a canceled series, but still gained cult status among some fans. It marked Marvel's first attempt to bring the X-Men to TV in their own animated adventures. Despite never getting a full season, the episode left an impression with its colorful style and classic team lineup. However, it's largely forgotten by the general audience today. The story follows Kitty Pryde as she joins the X-Men and helps them take on Magneto and his Brotherhood of Mutants. Interestingly, the episode was narrated by Stan Lee himself, adding a special touch to the short-lived project. Although it ended before it could begin, it helped pave the way for the iconic X-Men, the animated series in the 90s. Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Heroes, 2006. While the Fantastic Four has had legendary runs in the comics, their journey in other media hasn't been as smooth over the past 2 decades. The movies received harsh criticism, and the upcoming MCU reboot has been slow to develop. In animation, the 2006 series Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Heroes, is one of their most forgotten outings, despite having a fresh style and solid storytelling. This version featured a younger, stylized take on the team and faced major issues with its release. It only had 1 season, but it was broadcast irregularly over 4 years due to network changes and low ratings. Even with decent episodes and fan-favorite characters, it ended up fading into obscurity. Iron Man, Armored Adventures, 2009 to 2012. After the success of the first Iron Man film, Marvel revisited the idea of a teenage Tony Stark in animated form. Iron Man, Armored Adventures premiered in 2009 and ran for 2 seasons, following young Tony, Rhodey, and Pepper Potts. The trio took on classic foes like Obadiah Stane and Justin Hammer in a futuristic world with high-tech armor and teen drama. While the concept was bold, it wasn't everyone's cup of tea. The show didn't follow any specific comic arc and made big creative changes, especially with the Mandarin. Instead of being a traditional villain, the Mandarin was reimagined as Gene Khan, Tony's friend-turned-antihero. These changes divided fans, and while the series had its moments, it ended up being a lesser-known part of Iron Man's animated history. Spider-Man Unlimited, 1999 to 2001. After the success of the 1990s Spider-Man animated series, Marvel was contractually required to produce a follow-up for Fox Kids. The result was Spider-Man Unlimited, which took a bold new direction. Instead of sticking to the classic formula, the series launched Peter Parker into a futuristic setting on Counter-Earth, facing off against the High Evolutionary and his army of beast-like creatures. The show aimed to avoid overlap with the upcoming live-action movie and offered a darker, sci-fi twist on the web-slinger's story. Despite its ambition, it struggled against tough competition like Pokémon and Batman Beyond. With only 1 season aired, Spider-Man Unlimited quickly faded from memory, becoming one of Spidey's most overlooked animated adventures. Spider-Man, the new animated series, 2003. Following the cancellation of Spider-Man Unlimited, Marvel took a break from animated Spidey projects. But after the massive success of the 2002 live-action film, Sony jumped in to produce Spider-Man, the new animated series, a 3D cartoon loosely set in the same universe as the movie. It featured Neil Patrick Harris voicing Peter Parker, adding star power to the project. Despite the promising setup, the series was criticized for its underwhelming animation quality, even by early 2000 standards. It aired on MTV, but struggled to connect with its audience and suffered from low ratings. After just one season, the show was canceled, and it quickly became one of the most forgotten chapters in Spider-Man's animated legacy. Spider-Woman, 1979. In 1977, Marvel created Spider-Woman to prevent another company from using the name and clashing with Spider-Man's popularity. 2 years later, they launched an animated series in 1979, but the show took significant creative liberties, deviating from the comic book version of Jessica Drew. Instead of being a super spy, Jessica was reimagined as a magazine editor who gained powers as a child after receiving an experimental serum. In the series, Jessica didn't have super strength but possessed telepathy and precognition, making her abilities quite different from the comics. Despite these unique elements, the show struggled to find an audience and was canceled after just 13 episodes. As a result, Spider-Woman remains a largely forgotten part of Marvel's animated history. West Coast Avengers, 1999. In 1999, after the success of animated XMen and Spider-Man series, Fox Kids attempted to bring the Avengers to the small screen with Avengers, United They Stand, known as Os Vingadores da Costa Oeste in Brazil. However, instead of focusing on the main Avengers team, the series chose to adapt a version of the West Coast Avengers, with many of the characters' costumes altered to resemble more armor-like designs than their traditional comic outfits. The show's creative direction and changes to the iconic team didn't resonate with fans, and is often considered one of Marvel's biggest animated misfires. Despite the potential, the series lasted only one season, and many fans prefer to forget its existence, making it one of the more obscure and underwhelming adaptations of the Avengers. Silver Surfer, 1998. In the mid-90s, Marvel had its own block on Fox Kids, adapting its top heroes into animated series. Alongside X-Men, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, and the Incredible Hulk, a spin-off of Fantastic Four was launched, Silver Surfer. The show delved into complex comic storylines, blending traditional 2D animation with 3D computer-generated imagery to create a visually unique experience. Despite its strong ratings and impressive animation, the series lasted only one season before being canceled in 1998 due to Marvel's financial troubles. Silver Surfer remains one of the most overlooked Marvel animated series, with many fans forgetting its existence despite its high-quality storytelling and animation. Black Panther. Who is the Black Panther? 2010. In 2010, Marvel ventured into the motion comic format, adapting some of its most iconic story arcs with a new animated twist. One of these adaptations was Black Panther. Who is the Black Panther? Based on the story by Reginald Hudlin and John Romita Jr., the motion comic featured 6 episodes, bringing the famous comic storyline to life with dynamic visuals and an excellent voice cast, including Ji-Min Soo as Chala, Kerry Washington, and Alfre Woodard. Despite its high-quality production and faithful adaptation, the series didn't gain much attention and quickly faded into obscurity. Though it remains one of the best-produced motion comics from Marvel, Black Panther. Who is the Black Panther? Is often overlooked by fans, despite being a standout in the motion comic genre. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more awesome content. Your support means a lot. See you next time.